Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a really powerful tool, one that's designed to slice right through all that market randomness and give you a much clearer look at momentum. We're talking about the SMI Ergodic Oscillator. If you've ever found yourself staring at a chart, just wishing you had a better way to gauge a trend's real strength or spot a potential reversal, well, you're in the right place.
So here's a quick look at what we're going to cover. First, we'll tackle the whole idea of market momentum. Then we'll break down exactly what this oscillator is and how it works. After that, we'll get into the fun part, reading its signals. I'll give you a practical trader's toolkit for using it, and we'll wrap up with an honest look at its pros and cons. All right, let's jump right into Section 1, Decoding Market Momentum. See, before we can really appreciate a tool like this, we've got to get a handle on the exact problem it's trying to solve. A problem that, let's be honest, every trader faces. This right here, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? The markets are just full of what we call noise, all these little short-term price jumps and drops that don't really mean anything. It's like trying to listen to one conversation in a super crowded, loud room. All that background noise makes it almost impossible to hear what's actually being said. What traders need is a way to filter out that noise so they can see the real underlying trend. And that is exactly where our tool comes in. So for Section 2, we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of the oscillator itself and see how it's built from the ground up to do just one thing really well: cut through all that noise. So what is this thing? Well, the SMI Ergodic Oscillator was created by a guy named William Blau, and you can think of it as a souped-up version of another indicator called the True Strength Index, or TSI. Its main job is to take all that messy price data and put it through a special double smoothing process. The result? A much cleaner signal that helps you see the true strength and direction of a trend.
Okay, let's look under the hood. There are really three key parts working together. You've got the SMI line, which is kind of like the engine of the whole thing. Then you have the signal line, which is a smoothed out version of the SMI, and its job is to act as a filter. And finally, you have the histogram. Honestly, this is the part you'll probably look at the most. It just visually shows you the difference between the other two lines, giving you a super clear, at-a-glance picture of momentum.
Now, you don't need to do the math yourself, but it helps to know what's going on. It's basically a three-step dance. First, it calculates that core SMI line, using that double smoothing method. Second, it smooths that line out again to create the signal line. And third, it just subtracts one from the other to create the histogram. It's that layering, that double filtering, that's the secret sauce here. That's what gets rid of the noise.
All right, so we know what it is and how it's built. Now for the most important part, how do we actually make money with it? Let's dive into how to read the key signals it gives us.
The first and most basic signal is the crossover. So when the faster SMI line crosses up and over the slower signal line, that's your bullish signal. It suggests momentum is shifting upwards. The opposite is true for a bearish signal. But here's a pro tip. Just watch the histogram. When those bars flip from below the zero line to above it, that's your bullish crossover. When they flip from above to below, that's your bearish one. It's so much easier to see.
Next up, we've got overbought and oversold signals. Now, this is a little different from some other oscillators. There aren't any fixed overbought lines. Instead, you're looking for outliers. You have to look at the recent past and ask, is the histogram way higher or lower than it's been lately? When it pushes to a crazy high positive number, that suggests the buying might be getting exhausted. And when it craters to an unusually low negative number, it could mean the sellers are running out of steam. Now, divergence is a bit more advanced, but man, is it powerful. This is when the price chart and the oscillator start telling you two completely different stories. For example, the price of an asset makes a new low, but when you look down at the oscillator, it makes a higher low. That's a bullish divergence. It's a huge clue that the downward momentum is fading. This can be one of the earliest warning signs you'll get that a big trend reversal might be coming.
Okay, so you know how to read the signals. That's great, but using any indicator well means having a solid game plan and knowing the common traps to avoid. Let's build a little toolkit.
Listen, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. Never use this tool all by itself. It's not a magic crystal ball. Think of it as part of a checklist. First, always get confirmation from another tool, like a simple moving average or volume analysis. Second, backtest your strategy. Make sure it actually worked in the past. And third, always have a risk management plan before you even think about placing a trade.
And on the flip side, let's talk about the big mistakes. We just covered the biggest one, using it alone. Another is failing to backtest your settings. Also, don't try to fight a massive, powerful trend with it. This is a momentum-following tool, not a trend-fighting one. And finally, you have to know what kind of market you're in. If the market is just chopping sideways with no clear direction, this thing is going to give you a ton of false signals.
Okay, to finish up, let's get real about this indicator. No tool is perfect, right? Understanding both the good and the bad is absolutely crucial if you're going to use it effectively. So here's the trade-off. The big benefit, of course, is that the double smoothing gives you incredibly clean signals and cuts way down on noise. And it's an absolute beast at spotting divergences. But there's a price for that smoothness. It can be a little slow to react to sudden, sharp price moves. As we said, it can get you into trouble in choppy markets. And, one last time, it absolutely requires confirmation from other tools.
This quote right here really hits the nail on the head. Think about it this way. This tool is not built for speed. It's built for clarity. If you're a day trader trying to scalp tiny, quick moves, this probably isn't for you. But if you're a swing trader or a position trader trying to catch the main, meaty part of a sustained trend, then yeah, the Ergodic Oscillator could be a fantastic addition to your charts.
So there you have it. We've taken the Ergodic Oscillator, broken it down, and seen how to use it. The final question, though, is a personal one. Is this tool, with its focus on smooth, sustained momentum, a good fit for your unique trading style? The only way you're going to find out for sure is to pull up your charts, throw it on there, and start playing around with it. That's all for today. Happy trading!